Buterevu basole banyambaniriza nnyo amakya olw'eggulo ekiro eky'olwaleero nze muzukulu wa Gabunga Moses Wamala program of course gye tugendamu ya Professor George Wilson Kanyeihamba yaliko omulamuzi wa Supreme Court wa Court Ensukulumu mu ggwanga Uganda ate nga bifo bingi byaweerezaako nga ssaabawolereza wa Government Attorney General mu Government ebbiri eya Yoweri Kaguta Museveni saako n'eya Idi Amin Dada yaliko Minister owa Justice mu ggwanga Uganda n'ebifo ebirala byazaaweereza era tugenda kwogera ku nsonga mu bufunze obw'ekitalo ey'okulaba abductions oba ekiwamba abantu ekikyagenda maaso mu ggwanga Uganda through drones saako n'okutunuulira ensonga y'eddembe ly'obuntu. Tugenda kubeera nga olulimi oba ennimi tuzitabika musajja singa kutegeera nnyo olulimi Olungereza naye n'Oluganda lwe lumenyefumenyefu of course tujja kubeera nga tulugattamu. Mbaniriza okubeera nga mutwegattako okubeera nga mutugoberera programu eno eteekebwa bannaffe aba Mama of course bano bo bali mu nsonga za bizigo. Gwe yenna omukyala oba omwami ali eyo yandyetaaze okubeera nga olususu lwo olufaako lulabika bulungi ate nga luyooyoote. Tumanye ennaku zino tutambula of course enfuufu y'e Kampala ffenna we tuyita weetaaga ekizigo ekinaakuzigula ekinaakugyamu ebicaafu byonna mu lususu lw'oku face n'olususu lwonna. Balina products ez'enjawulo ezigenda okubeera nga zikukolako bulungi nnyo mu abalina binnamakula abalina stretch marks oba gwe wandiise mugaba abakyala no mubaami nonna nno bendaba balina mugaba naye wenna alina olusolo alina embalabe buli kimu kye weetaaga okubeera nga ozigula olususu lutuukagane n'omutindo buli omu akulaba akkirize nti ddala kituufu oli musajja oba omukyala oba omulembe ojja kwekwata ebizigo lotions saako ne products oba zonna ze tulina eza Mama cosmetics of course okubatuukirira oba okubafuna bannayuganda bannaffe bano of course we have to support our very own. Ojja kubeera ng'oyita ku namba eyo yennyini eya WhatsApp for you to place your orders. Kirina okubeera nga nkutegeeza products zonna eza Mama cosmetics muganda wange zonna zituukaganye n'omutindo ate ebibala bye tusinga okubeera nga tukozesa era bya butonde tetulina kintu kyonna kye tutabikamu oba kye tugattamu kigenda kubeera nga kyonoona olususu lwo. So gw'omwami ali eyo eyeetaaga okubeera ng'onyirira nga skin yo olususu lwo lutuukaganye n'omutindo ogw'ensi yonna ndowooza kyeninza okugamba oba olususu okubeera ng'olabika bulungi. Abakyala tumanye ennaku zino mwagala okulighteningamuuko wakati oba okulighteningamuuko si kweyerusa naye okubeera nga skin yo ekwatagana ne toning ojja kwesanga abamu wano wa black wano wa yellow wano wa Mama cosmetics ojja kubeera nga lotions saako jelly n'ebizigo oba n'ebintu byonna ebigwa mu kkowa eryo ya cosmetics ojja kubeera nga otwekwata ate olabe butya bw'ogenda okuyooyoota olususu lwate ludde ku mutindo. All our creams except the men's glow cream have two different sizes era kyolina okimanya nti we have a small size and a big size. So tulina sizes enene n'entono kisinziira ku nsawo yo era please note our products can only be purchased through our WhatsApp contact. Teri muntu yenna alina kubeera nga akulimba nti ate nze mbitunda supermarket oba wholesale no. Ojja kuyita ku WhatsApp number eyo yennyini gy'olaba kujja okubeera nga obifuna ku noti 7 noti 98 778 era tewali alina kubeera nga akubuzaabuza. Bategera Olungereza as a man your skin health should be at the top of your priority list as a health skin will make you feel good and in return boost your confidence. The Men's Glow Cream is here to moisten, hydrate and clear your skin. Mwikitegedde bulungi ekyo mbadde nkibategeezezza era tulina ne oils ez'enjawulo of course ezirina okubeera nga ziyambako okuggyamu obukyafu saako n'ebintu ebitakwatagana na mubiri gwo era ebyo bigenda okuleeta nga ate bireeta enkanyanya. Tetwetaaga musajja kadira ku myaka 23 no. Olina okubeera ng'okozesa ebizigo ebigenda okuteeka ku mutindo. Tulina creams, lotions saako ne variety ey'ebintu ebirala byonna ebigwa mu cosmetics ate era twekwate tusobola okubeera nga tukuweereza butereevu. Atugende mu program ne Professor George Wilson Kanyeihamba nga tutotolera akawonvu n'akagga olugendo olwa Uganda olw'okulaba butya bwe tusobola otuuka ku kkula ery'okubeera nga eddembe ly'obuntu tuliwo ekitiibwa ekiwamba bantu. Musajja aveeyo naye oluganda ayagala nnyo Ssaabasajja Kabaka Ronald Mwenda Mutebi w'okubeeramu nnyo ekitiibwa. So tugenda kwogerako ne ku succession versus transition. Agamba nti President Museveni ojja kubeera nga obyewulirira akaseera ke tulimu otegeere biki ebirowoozo bye byalina ku nsonga ezigenda maaso mu ggwanga Uganda era n'ekitta abantu ekyalo nga 19 omwezi ogwa November mwaka 2020. Of course we are remembering the dead bodies and those citizens who were brutally killed by security agencies. Nayo he has shined a light onto that topic. So katugende butereevu mu program era nsuubira ejja kubeera nga ebakolera nnyo. Nze muzzukulu wa Gamuga Moses Wamala.
Uganda y'enkya.
But this interested me most in the Power of Africa, the unexpected
and there are 2 copies.
happens.
They
Yeah?
give you
This is volume 2. No, these are some of the books here she could find actually.
Okay.
And I would interest myself more in reading these.
Yeah.
They are very, very.
There is another one called The Women I Have Loved.
The women
Have they
have
showed
loved.
it?
Yeah, no, it's not part of this.
They say he speaks like a 38-year-old in his prime.
So we must thank God that your brains are still
Thank
working.
you, absolutely.
Very good. So are we good to go?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right.
I'm sorry to have waited. You waiting?
No problem.
But traffic
Actually, we had
is
to
very
wait.
bad.
We had to wait for you because we have to share the brains you have with the
The
audience.
brain is still the first class,
Very good.
and my opponents in the laws underestimate me. You see, these ones didn't come up. They thought I cannot walk. Therefore they can have it postponed. They'll be surprised when they find my submission is already there.
They thought you won't go there.
Yes.
That's grateful. Okay.
Uganda y'enkya.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show this evening, this afternoon, this morning, wherever you'll be watching or catching the show from. My name is Moses Wamala. I'm seated with Professor George William Kanyeihamba, or you can call him Justice William Kanyeihamba.
It is Wilson.
Wilson, yes, George Wilson Kanyeihamba. Of course, the books I'm holding, they are part of the series of books he has so far inked or authored, of which most of them have gotten interest. For instance, challenging a presidential election. I think this comes after the 2006 petition, presidential petition.
But it also touches on other petitions.
Petitions, very
Presidential
good.
petitions.
Article 104 of the Ugandan Constitution and the Presidential Elections Act
That's right.
2005.
That's right.
This is a must catch for everyone who understands law, or even if you don't
Wants
understand.
to understand it.
Yes. So another great, of course, book as authored by George Wilson Kanyeihamba, The Blessings and Joy of Being Who You Are. Oh my, this is a blessing.
That was launched.
Yeah.
The guest of honor was Right Honorable Kadaga.
Yes.
The other one, which is not here, which is the most important, is evolution of constitutional public law and the government in Uganda, launched also by the late Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Olanya.
Jacob Olanya.
Yes.
Okay. And then another one here in the Pearl of Africa, the unexpected happens. I see.
I think you love that. Because
Very good, because I see many youth and other land fellows on the social media saying that
That's right.
you expect a lot in Uganda which you didn't expect to happen. So
things I expected did not happen,
yes,
including
so
like torture.
very good.
of the people.
Abductions.
That should never have happened.
Yeah.
When we came into power as a movement, not a party. I used to belong very and proud of the NRM movement. I have never belonged to the movement
Yes.
party.
Yes.
Because that was put there to torture other parties and remain a de facto one party.
Prof, as a literature student, as of course I find this actually theme or title in the Pearl of Africa, who would expect abductions in the Pearl of Africa? The
That
unexpected
one.
happens.
The history of that is that I used to publish every Sunday
Yes.
an article in the
In
Monitor,
Sunday Monitor,
which
of
no
course.
longer wants to hear the name Kanyeihamba.
Mm.
They have banned me now.
Oh,
Yes. I send their articles, they not publish them because the powers that be say
Oh.
we don't want to hear the name Kanyeihamba published in your paper. I co-own New Vision.
New Vision,
I have
yes.
1,700
shares.
shares.
Yes.
I'm a co-founder
Yeah.
with William Pike,
Mm.
the original editor
Yes.
in chief. But when I send their documents, the instructions from government is don't publish Kanyeihamba.
The unexpected still happens.
That's the one.
You,
However,
you
this
didn't
book
reach any point knowing that your views will
contains
never be
all
published.
my published articles, which used to be published regularly every Sunday
Mm.
by Sunday Monitor.
Yeah.
And it is for a period of 10 years. 10 years I was really at my height of thinking and the power
Yes.
as I am now, although I am now disabled.
Mm.
I am okay otherwise, but I don't have pain, but I suffer from blood pressure and diabetic. And I have been suffering from these two for the last 50 years. But they have, fortunately, God has kept
Yes.
my brain intact.
I thank him for that.
I want you to find that any of the best lawyers
Mm.
in Uganda, and we go on TV and we debate.
Actually, in Africa, Professor, in Africa, of course, in Africa, it's rare to find a person of your caliber in this state.
My friend from Kenya is also well known. He's called Professor Lumumba.
Lumumba. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's,
Oh, yes.
he's
Yeah.
my equal.
Yes.
Another one is a man of human rights called Muna,
Mm.
Prince
Yes.
Muna from
Yes.
Ghana.
Ghana,
He's
of
also
course.
a friend of mine.
Mm.
And Professor Oloka Onyango, when you read this book here.
A case book on lawyers, ethics, professional.
No, the other one.
Of
This one.
the blessings and joy.
If you look at this one, this is Oloka Onyango, Professor Oloka Onyango.
Yeah.
And he says this is unique in the world.
Mm.
And the Kanyeihamba has a memory of a legal dictionary.
Wow.
As you see.
We are blessed to have a man here, actually, with between us, who is going to share with us his views on the recent happenings of actually understanding where the image of Uganda is right now in regards to human rights, justice, and constitutionalism. It's going to be a good debate. I was just taking you through the must-have books. Of course, he has authored another one, The Medical Profession and the Rights to Life and Health. I think here you were appreciating the medical profession, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Another one here, actually, these are some of the few books, of course, we have here. Of course,
That
he
one
has
I
written-
didn't write.
Yeah, this
It
is
contains opinions of me by others.
By others.
People like Matembe.
Yes.
Dr. Matembe.
I saw
people like
even Professor
Olanya,
Lumumba here. Yeah.
Lumumba, Muna.
Yes.
People like what's the other one? Mbabazi. Although I'm suing him today.
John Patrick.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the
Dr.
other
Mulera Munini.
Munene Muridi,
Yeah.
Munini, and various others.
Yes.
That's right.
So,
There is another book called The Kanyeihamba, the Impossible, rather the Incredible. It is written by my friends,
okay.
and maybe if there is a copy, we shall also give it to you.
Oh, okay. Of course, by view of things, just glancing at the titles, you find yourself interested reading more page per page. I think there was something at the back, Professor Joel Oloka said, do not start reading this book before you attend to today's urgent business, because you not put it down before you are done. And it really speaks volumes, because each book here, once you open page 1, page 2, you keep reading.
That's right.
You get, so today you're still writing. Are you still writing?
I am still writing. I am in the mid. I'm almost finished.
Okay.
One book is President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni I have known, and Mr. Tibuhaburwa I have never known.
Wow. That's going to be a
People
good
are
one.
waiting for it.
That's going
Then
to be
the
a
other
good
one is entitled what is it? Yeah, the one I'm also writing. I found my book called the Kanyehamba's Commentaries on Muslim Leadership.
Yeah.
It was cannibalized and changed. The title I sent there and the content were changed
Okay.
by somebody
Mm.
on the employment of Rabita, which is an organization in Arab countries. They changed everything. So I'm writing that
Okay.
and calling it Allah is God.
Oh my God. That's beautiful. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get closer as we get to tap into the knowledge of Professor George Wilson Kanyeihamba, the Justice of Supreme Court.
And of the African Court on
and the
Human
African-
People's
yes.
Rights. I had been nominated to be a judge of the International Court of Justice,
Justice, yes.
but I was vetoed. But my protege, Julia with 17 is
yes.
there,
Yeah.
so I was very delighted.
Okay.
I was nominated
Mm.
to be Chief Justice of Seychelles,
Wow.
but my government again vetoed me, and a good friend of mine, Ngonda Ntende, was eventually appointed there, and I was very delighted. He's still a friend of mine.
Okay.
And first, together, Amama Manya, when he was Minister of Education, and Museveni recommended that I should become the Vice Chancellor of Makerere University, but some political muscles said, no, we don't want Kanyeihamba there.
You've
So
fought.
I have lost so many battles
Yes.
because of my integrity and the belief in human rights.
So does that confirm that President Museveni's governance doesn't want truth, justice? It
They-
confirms. It confirms that they don't want justice.
Absolutely, they don't want. No.
Oh my God. Let's start on a high note on the recent comments from the Attorney General. I understand you were twice an Attorney General.
Yeah, I was once a Minister of Justice,
Justice
and Attorney General.
and Attorney General.
I became a judge of the Supreme Court twice
Yes.
during Professor Rule's government,
Yes, and
during Museveni's,
yeah.
whether I was longest. I have also been a judge
Yes.
of the African Court on Human and People's Rights. I co-founded it. And also, I am an expert on refugee laws.
Yes.
I once went to coordinate the writing and the drafting of the Human Rights Commission of Asian countries. I was the only African who was there.
Oh my God. That's beautiful to hear.
And I have written 35 books, and no one in the world has written so many books and done the work I have done. People like that should be studying me, and the classic case of genius.
I'm wondering, after the making of the Constitution 1995, of course you are part and parcel of that.
Yes.
President Museveni.
I was the chairman of the legal and drafting committee of
the
24 lawyers, eminent like.
You are the chairman.
I was the chairman.
And President
People
Museveni applauded.
he applauded
yes, he was like.
our work, and
Yes.
then I made the leading decision
Yeah.
in the case of Tinyefuza
Yes.
was the Attorney General.
Yes.
And Museveni publicly said, this is the best decision we ever had on the relationship between the courts, the government, and the parliament.
Here comes a
And,
question, Justice.
He mentioned
Mm.
at Kanyeihamba, Professor Kanyeihamba is the one who gave the lead judgment. That is Museveni.
Here comes a question, Justice. Many people have interacted with senior citizens like you, those who are part of the CA or the Constituent Assembly. President Museveni applauded that constitution. What makes him different today? The Tuhabura you don't know, to
That's
see that
him.
he's someone who
The bad
trashes even the
decisions which are
constitution,
made today and which
Yeah.
we fear are made by Mr. Tibaburwa.
not the Museveni you knew.
No, not Museveni.
Okay.
Because when recently I was taken in a safe house by bandits, Museveni did his best to rescue me, and he
Yes.
got me out. But Tibaburwa says, don't publish Kanyeihamba anywhere anymore,
In any
because
tabloids,
he knows
yeah.
the impact of my words.
What went wrong? What made him change?
You were a Christian, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, Prof.
Jesus Christ our Lord
Yes.
appointed Judas Iscariot a disciple.
Very good.
What made Judas
Judas,
change? You are a Christian. Why? The same reason.
Tough one. Wow.
I was the one who nominated Museveni
Yeah, I remember.
to replace Rule.
Rule.
Late Rule.
Yes.
I went to UK with Right Honorable Kategaya
Area
and
category, yes.
the ambassador there, Matogo,
Mm.
the late Matogo. And we argued against all argument that since President Museveni was the deputy of Rule and he had
Yes.
died, naturally he should succeed him.
Mm.
I won the day. Secondly, he used to call me his troubleshooter.
Mm.
And there are many things I did. If you read the book, The Defeat of President Museveni
Yes.
in the War
The
Against
war of
Corruption,
Yeah.
you will see how much I did for him. But he has never given me an honor.
Oh.
Not even a single one. The only person who has ever recognized me in Uganda is Kadaga. Kadaga said Kanyeihamba was a good legislature. That's the only,
Person.
no, that's the only honor I have ever
Honor,
got from
okay.
him. But I was a nominee for the Nobel Peace Prize,
Yes.
which is awarded in Norway. I was the achievement of, I was what do they call, lifetime
Achievement, yeah.
achievement awarded by the Commonwealth of British Commonwealth for my work I have done for this country and other countries.
Mm.
I was named the second lifetime achievement by the Uganda Writers Association. If you look at the Kanyeihamba, the incredible,
Mm.
apart from what Professor Oroko Nyango says, the former principal judge, you are welcome,
Oh, yeah.
Bamwine,
Bamwine, yes.
wrote in this same book, and
Yes.
they said Kanyeihamba is the greatest lawyer that ever lived. Not in
Yes,
Uganda,
yes.
but in the whole world.
Mm.
Let me show you.
Is it part of President Museveni's culture not to appreciate? Is it?
Yes.
Is he just a forgetful?
I'm going to tell you, it is not his culture to hear.
Yeah.
You can read to your readers or whenever you want.
Yeah. Okay, I had the opportunity of reading Professor Dr. George Wilson Kanyeihamba's autobiography in manuscript, and I am of the opinion that it is a wonderful piece of literature. In order for a story to be captivating, the writer must be able to move the reader. This involves mastering literary techniques which give life to the story. In the blessings of joy of being who you are, the author does precisely that. It is a story of a man of humble beginnings who defies the odds to live through poverty and its attendant hardships to become not only a professor of law, but also a celebrated justice of the Supreme Court of Uganda. He journeys through his past with detailed clarity and purpose, from his time as a pupil in rural Uganda to his award of the LLD at one of the top universities in the UK for his contribution to the study and knowledge of law and services to the community at large. Later in his life, he serves as Minister of Justice and Attorney General in two separate Uganda governments in a country characterized by political upheavals. And it is with enviable fearlessness, tenacity, and good judgment that he succeeds in his mandate, even more difficult positions of responsibility in constantly changing political scenes. It is this experience that places him among Uganda's most brilliant legal minds in history. This autobiography is a brilliant piece of literature filled with cultural relevancy and page-by-page historical accounts of his post-independence Uganda through the eyes of an accomplished jurist. It is a must-read for legal and non-legal minds and lovers of a good, breathtaking story. Try it out. Once you start reading the book, you will enjoy every page of it. May God bless you, George, and keep you journeying through the jungles of life. That is Justice Eky'Okukolera Mwine, Principal Judge of the High Court of Uganda. These are the people appreciating you and honoring you.
That's right.
But not you, Kaguta Museveni, the person you...
Mr. Museveni is an enigma to everybody.
Oh.
He praises me. If you read the book written by my friends called Kanyeihamba the Incredible,
Yes.
there is a story about him calling me a brilliant writer.
Mm.
Then his own wife, Gente
Yeah.
Museveni, he writes in that book, Kanyeihamba, indeed, you are my friend.
Mm.
For what I said about him. So, it is Butibuhaburwa,
Oh.
his shadow,
Okay.
who is doing all these bad things. Museveni is my friend.
Mm.
If there is a picture there, maybe you take it.
Yeah.
He used to entertain me at State House as his brilliant troubleshooter. When you see a picture there, he invited me with my wife and the children.
Yes.
We are being entertained at State House.
Prof, today what explains the rampant abductions, kidnaps, and allegations of torture? What?
Those are not done directly by Museveni, but it is with his consent and knowledge. And therefore, as the English say, birds of a feather flock together,
Of course.
and that's what he's doing. Museveni lost support of the people a long time ago. After his second terms, he was supposed to govern us for 2 terms, but now he has governed about 6,
Yes.
and the people are not happy with him. So the only way he can sustain power is to appoint corrupt people who owe loyalty only to him
Yes.
and the NRM. Those are the people who must misgoverning Uganda in his name. Secondly, he decided a long time ago that he will die in office.
Oh, okay.
So this idea of his son to succeed him is nonsensical.
Oh, okay.
Museveni doesn't want his son to.
These are myths here.
They are
We're
mixed
seeing-
fears.
Yeah.
For me, I know for certain that he wants to die in office. Because of the wrongs he has committed, he fears if he leaves office, he'll be
Yes.
impeached.
Yes.
But if he is dead, nobody will impeach him.
Oh, okay.
That is his aim. to stay in office until he dies. Of course he will die. He's mortal like me. We shall all die. But as long as he's alive, Museveni will never relinquish power.
So these things, the abductions, they are done over...
To sustain him in power. Absolutely.
Don't you think one time the citizens of this country will, of course, wake up and rise up against the torture and before his death?
Currently, and take it from me, I have studied our people for a long, long time. They are so frightened out of their wits. These MPs who think they represent Uganda, the Chagulanyes of this time, the Maos, I have sent them one mission. Move it in the parliament, and you can ask them.
Yes.
It is paragraph A, you can write it down. Paragraph A of subsection 6.
You can give me my book, yeah? Yes, we can keep reading, yeah? That's paragraph A.
Of subsection 6 of section 59 of the Presidential Act 1996, I think, or 97.
Okay.
You write it down.
Yeah.
Because I'm also going to challenge you.
Okay, it's paragraph.
Paragraph A
Yeah.
of subsection 9, rather subsection 6 of section 59 of the Presidential Elections Act. Let me tell you the history of that.
Yes.
I wasn't in the parliament,
Yeah.
but the late friend of mine, Eky'Okukolera, was deputy prime minister, first deputy prime minister, and reputed to be the successor to Museveni after Museveni. So he rejected that bill as unconstitutional. Paragraph A,
Yes.
subsection 6,
Of section
59 of the Presidential Elections Act,
Yeah.
coming after the Constitution.
Yes.
Why am I talking about that? It is unconstitutional, it is illegal, and should not be in our statute books. And I want you to mention into your program, where that this one in the future, and he said, who is an MP from the opposition? Prepare to move that. Let me tell you the formula, because I used to be a member of parliament.
Yes.
I move that paragraph A of subsection 9 of section 59 Presidential Election Act be removed from our laws because it is unconstitutional and it was obtained by fraud. Any member of parliament who supports its retain, any leader of the opposition, they are either frightened out of their wits or they are corrupt.
I get you.
When Professor Lumumba came here and the Prince Muna of Ghana also came to launch my book, The Evolution of Constitutional Political History in Uganda, Lumumba said, are Ugandan MPs and leaders cowardly? How don't they follow Kanyehamba's decision and move in the parliament? That's paragraph A, what I have talked about.
Yes.
Is unconstitutional, is illegal, therefore it should be removed from Uganda laws. Nobody has ever dared move it. The Mpugas, the the chairman, Norman Mao,
yes.
the Luchamuzis,
The Ken Luchams, yeah.
talking. He no longer talks, and I'll tell you what he's no longer talking. Have never dared raise that issue. All you have to be as an ordinary MP is on the appropriate time say, I move the paragraph A
Yes.
of subsection 6 of section 59 of the Presidential Elections Act be deleted from Uganda laws because it is unconstitutional, it is illegal, and was obtained by fraud. Only. So I have written another book, rather in another book, the one we are praising, called in the part of Africa, the next is happening, saying the greatest obstacle to our development is so-called political parties.
Yes.
Many people prefer Museveni because apart from Chiza Besigye, nobody has shown any guts to challenge him or move him. Even there was an article which you don't read recently saying Chagulanyi, whom I voted for.
Oh, you voted for Chagulanyi?
I voted for Chagulanyi in the last election.
Okay.
Not because I think he's the most wonderful candidate for presidency, but in my view, ndi musajja wa Kabaka.
Okay. Yes.
Musajja wa Kabaka, Kabaka, Mayega naye mukwano gwange.
Okay.
Manya nti bebajja kuwa amagezi
Chagulanyi
avuge bulungi. Museveni tatuvuga olwali talina kyakola.
Okay. Tewali kipya kyaleeta.
Abatuvuga ye mutabani we Muwozi.
Okay.
Omanyi olwajjo yagambye nti amagye ga Uganda gage nti amagye gange gayinza kuwangula Kenya.
Kenya. Can you imagine?
Kitaawe nakola ki apologizing. Naye bwe apologizing ng'amutya n'amuleka namuwula general.
Promoted him, n'amuteeka ku ddaala
nti omwana wawe asobeza
n'omukuza eddaala.
The
unexpected happens in Uganda. Yeah.
But I have written another book. This one which I call The Defeat of President Museveni. Whenever I take kukyogerako n'agamba n'empuuga owa Nupe n'agaana n'akitya esimu n'agijawo naye ngamba n'emaawe ne bakigaana naye Museveni yali akigaanye abantu be bakigaanye twakitwala State House Nakaseero driver wange wakitwala ne bamugoba.
Ekitabo kyewawandiika okibatwalidde ku State House?
Natwala nga 3.
Where do you get the confidence? All that confidence bakiganye in circulation okibatwalidde?
Byenyogera Museveni abitya byonna. Naabe babyogerako nti gwe neekawooza gwe mumulaba nga mwenkana naye naye mumutamu ekitiibwa ne mugamba president lwaki wakoze kino lwaki kino tewakirese nga mumutunula mu maaso tewa Uganda omulala nga tudde ne Museveni nga mulaba mu maaso nga gwe neekakoza mumulaba fenna tuba ekigezi abakigezi lwaki temwebuuza lwaki abakigezi balina the iron share mu gavumenti yaffe twakafuna prime minister babiri Bakana Rugunda
ne John Patrick Mbabazi. Yes.
The guru of our economic recovery bali bamuyita Tumusime Mutebile.
Yes.
Kati yagenda nankani member rather leader wa prisons.
Yes.
Dr. Manyachi naye Mukiga. Kale abalala abakulu b'amagye nga muntu nga londa babe ekigezi egale abalamuzi bekuuta enkolo katuleebe Kanyeihamba
Yes.
tulina omushuni tinyunondi nankani nomulamuzi ondi nga babiri bava ekigezi Uganda terina bantu balala kubanga ne Museveni ab'ekigezi temukimanyi ab'ekigezi buli agamba banyankole naye munya kigezi. Ye
Justice Chichechi Nyonyola, what explains abantu bonna b'oyogeddeko the names you've mentioned, they are brilliant people.
Yes.
But most of them President Museveni has trashed them away, including
Please,
you.
it is not the President Museveni at all.
Oh, Tibu.
It is Buteru.
Sorry, I forget at times. But I don't know.
Waliwo omugani gw'Abangereza yenna kigi ekyo
Yeah.
bagweta Miss Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Mr. Jekyll yali musawo mulungi nga akozesa abantu bonna nga abajaja abakira naye ekiro n'afuuka Mr. Hyde nga mutemu ng'alya abantu ng'abata ng'anyaga ebintu naye yali muntu omwe Museveni ali ku bantu babiri Yoweri Kaguta Museveni we namanya bulungi namuzaabinga nebutibwabuga his shadow ekola ebibi.
Abductions zino b'okuwamba abantu lwaki kuli nnyo mu Central Region? Because we see drones all over Kampala, all over Masaka, all over Mpigi, whatever. Does that speak volume to you?
Omanye kati nze
Yes.
ndi musajja wa Kabaka.
Yes, sir.
Katonda bw'alintwala balinziika wali. Sindigenda Kabaale.
Yes, sir.
Bantu bange. Lusi Katiitiro nga tumusinkana wali yandaba mu ntebe eno ne bagamba musindike Kanyeihamba gye wano. Ne ngenda ku ntebe y'enkulu. N'abagamba nti bannaffe Kanyeihamba ni musajja wa Kabaka. Ate awandiika ebitabo nze na Ssaabasajja nga tuenjoyinga reading. Bwenuguno bwewanga ogenda wali ojja kulabawo ekyapa nja kuwa luzuliro abantu ba Makindye division bagenda mu lukiiko ne bapasinga resolution unanimously.
Yes.
Tewali yachikana nti oluguudo luno luva wano ne lugenda mu wagulwawo Acacia Avenue. Twagala tutemu ekitiibwa Kanyeihamba tuluyite Professor Dr. Kanyeihamba.
Yes.
Bakakiteekako emirundi ebiri nga abo batanjagala ba NRM bakijjako. Bw'obanga n'ogenda yimirira wansi awo ojja kusangayo ekyapa kinga bulaka naye bw'oyimirirawo osangawo MBA.
Yes.
Kyaba kiri Professor Dr. Kanyeihamba.
Naye
abazanyagala bakijawo. Meya wa wano
ali Mulyanyama. Yes.
Mulyanyama na Lord Mayor w'e Kampala bagamba bakiteekeko omusajja omukiga public relations bamuyita Samson John Simon ye yakijeko ekiro byombi yabituute bakiteekako kubi nakijawo jeno olabe tebayinza kuteekako ekirala kujjako Kanyeihamba naye waliwo bwereere kuza kwenyukuta MBA yabisaze n'ekindi nenanka n'esubi nabikya byonna kale nsabye meeya ateekeko ekyananka ekyuma tebakijjako katulabe yanakitawo kubanga bw'oba ng'oli meeya wa wano n'oli Lord Mayor wa Kampala omukiga mutuula gye ali public relation mu Kampala nakuyita nti you are a hooligan. Yes. But those two are hooligan who would put it there. Then I'll show you a unanimous decision made by the council there supported by the mayor. The mayor brought the letter of the rules here. Nimawone bitabo. Mayor naye yajja wano n'agamba nti nsanyuse nnyo nti oluguudo luno baluyise Kanyeihamba naye teruliwo, tewaliwo ekibawoogera, mubabuuze.
So back to the question, Prof. Does it explain or speak volumes to you, the abductions being in Kampala, in Uganda or Central Region? Does it speak volumes?
I am the one who put in the constitution that the Uganda, in the constitution, part of the constitution, is entitled to live anywhere in Uganda and can have any religion and obey any traditional ruler. For me, I am obeying somebody much more, the Kabaka, the king of Uganda. When we were in the UK, we were friends. He was young.
Yes.
He was about 14 to 15. I was already teaching in the university.
Oh, yes.
He's in his 60s. I'm 83 now. But he has always known that I have brilliant brain. Many, including judges, think because I'm 83, they go by that. they are in for a surprise. So, I came here to this country from exile as a human rights activist.
Yes.
I was the leader of the human rights activists in London. Our constituency extended from the whole of Europe, Scandinavia. The late Kaira, Andrew Kaira,
yes,
was my friend.
Okay.
And he was the leader of Fremu in America. We met in London, called by the Tanzania government. We drafted two of us the Moshi Constitution.
Yes.
And when we were going back, we thought we were clever because he and I were external examiners at Nairobi University. So we had written the registrar to give us letters saying we are coming there to do external examination. I had a copy from him. Dr. Andrew Kaira had another one. We met at Moshi. We were staying together in the same bed, although we could have taken any, because we were the leaders of Moshi conference. And then we decided to go through Namanga, Kenya through Kenya. But Ugandan through and through. For him, when Amin came to power, he wisely got an Indian passport. So he was with us, 3 of us. For him, he was let through. Andrew Kaira and I, we were arrested at Namanga. And the man, we said, why are you arresting us and detaining us here? He said, the instruction from the President Moi is that you are planning to attack a friendly country, Uganda, and a friendly President, Idi Amin. So we are to handle you over to the Uganda authorities. And then Amin knows what to do with you. So Andrew and I, we said, no, we are external examiners. Nairobi, Netubala Game Papua. Addressed to Andrew and to me, saying these are external examiners. Omusajja oyo yatukwa naseka ati muje mulabe. Yali na monitor TV mu office yawo Namanga. Nateekako switch. I was addressing the delegates at the Moshi, and Andrew was sitting next to me. So temuta simwe. Nchungamba ebyaffe biwadde. Tuwempapula tuwandiikire ba family yaffe tugambe nga
tetunafa. Mulabe nga temuna.
Nagamba ati by all means natuwa empapula. Nze nga simbula family yange eri mu Bungereza, Kaira asibuulira eri America. Nga twandiba nga tumwandiika omusajja omulala kalanjini n'aja nga mukulu wabwe n'aseka nti mwe mwagala kujjako Amin atababalize ekifaananyi kyammwe mulimu ki tusonyiwesewe tubadde twagala kucungula ensi yaffe naye namwe mulifuna obuzibu mukole nga tubetukate naye tuleke n'aseka okusooka ne tulowooza nti asekera kufe ku kakabi ketugenzemu naye n'agamba ffe ba officers here tetwagala our great grandfather is called Katuru. We are both Bashiga of the Bamungwe clan. We are related by blood. Before he became what he is, he used to come here to have some dinner.
Yeah.
Brother. Naye ngende ewe mukyala wakugamba Kanyeihamba yajagala nga tukyalira. Parliament emu Museveni namugoba n'asemba oyo yaba nga wakanisa Kayindo Tafire. Kayindo Tafire amazinya ge yayeta Museveni sijja kugaddamu kati.
Yes. Yeah, of course. You can spare that for yeah.
Naye Museveni n'ayogera kiri mu NBS, kiri UBS, n'agamba nti the most corrupt abasinga kulya enguzi ba police ba Uganda, the police institution. Naye ng'ennaku si nnyingi zaagwawo na pointing Kayindo Tafire, the minister responsible for the police. Kayindo Tafire stole my 250 million shillings. I was his lawyer as his relative. He never paid me a penny. I once took him into social media. They accompanied me there. And he said, Kanyeihamba is telling lies. He's dying. So he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's Kayindo Tafire. Museveni must have listened to that. Then, without my knowledge, he paid part of my money he owes. 10 million he paid in my bank. Go and ask my bank, ABSA. They said Kayindo Tafire has paid 10 million of what he owes you. Go and ask him today. But the other day when I went there, wanting to renew the passport of my daughter who is in UK, he shouted as if I was an animal, and I left. But when I'm going there, I'll call you to accompany me.
Okay.
And the only thing I'll ask is, please, my daughter wants this to be renewed. Can you give it? And we shall see how he responds to me. You come.
Wow.
I'll call you.
That's beautiful. As we wind up, Professor, even the person you're speaking actually about, Kayindo Tafire, recently came out to actually to tell Ugandans he's tired of this culture of abducting people in police uniform, army uniform, being taken to CMI, being taken to different areas. He's tired as well.
He's tired but does nothing. For me, I do things. I take people to court. I win. This case I was talking about bail, I have already won it technically.
Yeah, of course.
Against Museveni, because the Attorney General, little low as he knows, he quietly kept quiet. He has never said anything apart from representing Museveni. He feared to go in court because he knew I would tear him to pieces. So when Museveni heard that I was leading the petitioners, Museveni quietly and wisely withdrew his threat against the right to bail. He said, I will leave it to the court, which Kanyeihamba is asking for. I will no
So
longer
even-
interfere.
So even Otafire is toothless. What more can he do beyond talking and what?
No, what I'm telling you, he was saying Attorney General, not kind of Otafire, Attorney General Chiwanuka, continue with the case. Museveni withdrew very wisely, knowing that Kanyehamba's petition with the 5 other citizens is very powerful. And I think some people advise him, possibly his son-in-law, Karujiri. Karujiri knows some law and is brave, so he may have advised Mr. President. Kanyeihamba will defeat you.
Withdraw silently.
Yeah, withdraw silently, which he did. But Chiwanuka, you know what the English say. Fools step where angels fear to tread. You remember?
Yeah.
So Chiwanuka did that. Unfortunately, the Court of Appeal, which I admire now, because those people who appeared in that court are professional,
Okay.
qualified, and they are not corruptible.
Are they independent?
That's what I'm saying. If you are professional, non-corrupt, then you are independent.
Okay.
So they were led by the Deputy Chief Justice, by Ngonda Ntende, by Justice Musoke, among others. So they ordered Museveni and the Attorney General and the NRM to serve us within 5 days, which they had rejected. So when they didn't serve me, that ended their case because they became in contempt of court. And then I wrote to the judges that since the respondents have not served us with their scheduling notes, I have scored what they call in law a legal technical knockout. You know what a knockout is?
Yes.
When you are in the field of boxing,
Yeah.
it is 10 rounds. Then you hit your friend on
Opponent,
the cheek
yeah.
and he falls down unconscious. That is a technical knockout. That's what I inflicted on Chiwanuka, the NRM, but President Museveni had already wisely withdrawn. So this legal punch I threw did not catch Museveni.
Prof, is there hope for the journey you're taking for Uganda to have justice or a just free judiciary, just free country? Is there hope that this will be achieved one time?
My people have given me a book, Kanyeihamba Foundation Handbook. I want to read it from page to page. This offers hope to the young of Uganda, which includes you. I want you to read it and internalize it. You can read it in 2 hours.
Yes, of
And
course.
finish your list.
It's very brief, yeah?
And I want you to call me. Maybe on media, and you call it. The hope is here.
Oh, okay.
So I hand it to you formally now.
Oh, thank
so
you
that
so
you
much.
don't become
Okay.
those who fear.
Okay.
Read it. There are words. Mine, I spoke for 2 minutes.
2 minutes only.
As
when you are
Lumumba, but
launching.
Lumumba
Yeah.
is there. And Mau,
Yeah, I saw different names inside
Yes.
here. Professor Joe Oloka Onyango.
Onyango,
Yes.
and the others.
Justice Frederick.
I spoke only 2
Ngonda.
minutes. But one
Because you
lawyer,
said
one lawyer who doesn't read or know the law is a lawyer by the name of Dr. Miriam Matembe. He was the chairman of Kanyeihamba Foundation.
yes.
Then when he saw I was suing Museveni, very, very emotionally, he said, don't sue Museveni. He's above the law.
Oh.
For us, we always hoped he was against him. He emotionally said, don't sue Museveni. He's above the law. You can't sue the president. Then when I show him evidence where we have sued him before and succeeded, I defeated him. when the NRM expelled the 4 rebel MPs,
yeah.
including Sereko, who has disgraced himself
Yes.
by bringing a law.
Computer misuse.
Yes,
yeah,
yes. And maybe next time you ask me about it.
Yes.
And included 3 others. Seshikubo, and
Nwagaba, yeah.
Nwagaba and the 4th. They came
Barnabas
to me
Kasimire, yes.
when I was no longer judge, and I defeated Museveni, Mama Mbabazi, and the NRM. Then the case he reappointed Oduchi, again Chief Justice, over the age of 70. I again took Museveni to court as lead counsel, and they defeated him. But you Ugandan, you don't have a reading culture, you don't know those cases. Otherwise, you would know that this last one, I will also win. Where Chiwanuka has chickened out, and I am suing Museveni. Rather, Nzei, who says he's a close friend of Museveni, and Mama Babazi, for stealing our bank called Kigezi Bank of Commerce.
Oh, okay.
They were supposed to serve us, they didn't. And when the opposition break the law, they are in contempt of court. And today, the reason I delayed, I was filing the appellant's written notes. And we shall wait for the judgment of the Court of Appeal. Because there's no way they can, all of them will disappear. Nzei, Attorney General, and Mbabazi, without asking whether there's a petition, whether they are sick, whether they are suffering. I better not to give them ammunition. They would have mentioned. So I have again scored a legal technical knockout,
knockout
against the respondents.
I learned that you are the first presidential senior advisor. If you meet President Museveni today, how would you advise him in regards to torture and abductions and human rights?
You yourself, you don't have a reading culture. It's in my books. The BBC, when I retired, they came here, they flew from London. Came here, they were sitting here. And they said, we heard that you say derogatory things about Museveni. I said, no, I love him. But what I said was, then they said, but we heard that you said something about the President Museveni you served from 86 to 92, and the President Museveni governing Uganda. What would they do if they met each other? With that hesitation, I said, they would shoot each other on sight. Then the BBC reporter said, why? I said, Museveni I knew was gentle, principled, and obeyed the law. The Museveni who is governing us today is cruel, he uses torture and disappearances, and is the opposite of the Museveni of 86. Therefore, they should shoot each other. Now, by luck or otherwise, Museveni paid an official visit to UK. And the same reporter followed him said, do you know a man called Professor Kanyeihamba? He said, yes, he was my minister. He said, recently, he said, told BBC listeners that if you met the Museveni of 86, you and him, you Museveni of today, would shoot each other on sight. And then he smiled. I thought he would be angry. I was happy he smiled. He said, I know Kanyeihamba. He said, that is a joke. I am wiser than I was in 86. And of course I wouldn't shoot myself.
That sums up and ends our interview to this evening, actually. But I'll take time to thoroughly read and understand and comprehend each and every word, actually, in these books, of course, authored by Professor George Wilson Kanyeihamba. Of course, we'll have more conversation in regards to the image of Uganda's image on actually human rights, yeah, because nowadays it's very, very tainted. However much the Attorney General plus President, actually 2021, he came out to say that even we're having a good image. We've had a good image for many years.
None whatsoever. But
In regards to human rights.
who can believe President Museveni now? People have good one. He said.
So no one can believe him.
No. That Uganda is now a middle class income country.
Mm.
The BBC say you are joking.
Yeah.
You are still underdeveloped, very primitive and poor. And you are your debt is more than what you earn. So how can you be a middle class income? That, Mr. President Museveni, is a joke.
And he refused. Actually, at the end, he changed his words. He was like, no, I wanted to mean that we are getting there.
And then I would have answered, when Jesus died and resurrected and went into heaven, he told his disciples and the others that I will soon be coming back.
Yes.
It is now over 2,000 years since that promise.
Yes.
He still has not arrived for the second coming.
Quotations. I think this book here, there were some quotations I liked. No, I think it's in.
There are many quotations. Even in this one,
Yeah.
there are three.
Yeah, I think
which
they are
remind
here.
you.
Words of wisdom. The more I know, the less I understand.
That's right.
The pen is mightier than the gun.
Yes.
All things must pass.
Yes.
A stitch in time saves 9.
Yes.
As you sow, so shall you reap.
Yeah, I like Museveni.
Power corrupts.
Huh?
Absolute power corrupts. Corrupts absolutely.
Like the NLM.
If you tell the truth, no explanation is necessary.
Absolutely.
You don't need to explain a
No,
lot.
you don't explain because you are telling the truth.
If you believe the explanation is necessary,
Yeah.
if you do not believe the explanation or justification is possible.
Absolutely.
Truth hurts. Like I don't know whether you've told me that your articles no longer get
Appear
published
in Monitor or
Vision.
Sunday Vision.
Is
They
it
no longer.
it's truth hurting them or
Yes.
hurting the
No, the truth
above
is
in
hiding.
quotes?
And the one very journalist, very seasoned I know, I said, why are you not publishing me anymore? He said, our bosses have forbidden that your name should never appear again
So
in our newspaper.
this comes to pass that truth hurts.
Yes, it hurts.
The good that men do is often interred with their bones. The evil they do is remembered forever.
That's right. As the evil. Museveni did wonders
Yeah.
and do very good things. Especially when he was being advised by the Bachiga and the Banyankoli of Western Uganda.
Yeah.
But because of the wrongs he has done, that good will be forgotten. Only evils will be remembered. Those are the words of Napoleon of France, who said, my many famous battles I've won will be forgotten because of having been defeated at Waterloo. But what will always be remembered is my code Napoleon, the law. The law is preferable to that of any individual, whether president or chief justice or whoever. By saying Museveni is above the law, his wisdom will be forgotten by everybody. They remember his torture,
Yes.
his imprisonment of very important people without any shred of evidence, his attempts to change those who rather you are innocent until you are proved guilty.
Guilty, yeah.
Now he's saying you are guilty unless you prove yourself innocent. And the presumption of innocence, he wants to do away with. He wants to imprison people for 90 to 180 days without trial. They will rot. They will not rot in hell, but he's likely to be the victim if he continues on this road.
We've come to the end, folks. We've come to the end of this interview, of course. Till we meet again. A lot in this. Oh, thank you so much, Prof. A lot.
You know what is that? This is
Kanyeihamba Foundation.
no this one.
The brain.
With what? It's the brain Kanyeihamba gave me,
Yes.
and he's holding me in his hand,
Yes.
holding my brain so that I don't slip up or make a mistake.
Awesome. So I must make great use of this so that I succeed. Okay. I need to spend much time in the Pearl
There are
of
two
Africa.
copies.
The unexpected
Volume 1, Volume 2.
happens.
This is the one.
The bitter fruits. This is volume 2.
But when Volume 1.
Okay, the bitter fruits of corruption. Oh my God, this.
There are two in here.
Yeah.
One has been in one already.
Yes.
There are two puzzles.
Mm.
One is, you read it in that book.
Mm.
It's longish. The second one is, all cats have 4 legs.
Legs. Your dog.
My dog has
4 legs.
Therefore, my dog is a
Is-
cat. What does it mean in terms of Uganda political parties? That one has not been solved. It's a puzzle in this book.
Your cat has 4 legs.
No, all cats
Yes.
have 4 legs.
And
My dog has got 4 legs. Therefore, my dog is a cat.
I read it somewhere in one of these books.
It
and
is
it's
here.
It's a puzzle. I was like, oh, I had to interpret it and
Yes. Yes.
have yourself a blessed evening. Good morning.
You too,
Good
thank
night.
you very
So,
much indeed.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed conversing with you.
All right. We've
So you can take these books.
Oh, thank you so much, Prof. We've had a wonderful.
The other one they should give also
Mm.
is
This is dedicated to all lawyers.
yes,
Book on lawyers ethics.
that's right.
Yeah.
That is my autobiography.
Yes.
And that's right. So you can take them.
Thank you so
and
much, Prof.
the women
Thank
I
you.
have loved.
Yes.
You have taken a coup about 100,000 shillings,
Yes.
but they are free.
Oh my! Sharing the brains free of
Yeah.
charge
Yes,
at no cost.
at no cost.
Much appreciated.
And when you are going out, see, the chapel was Professor Dr. Kanyeihamba,
Mm.
band is here, and it was approved by unanimously by the Machinde Council,
Mm.
and the mayor, he sent the letter saying, we have honored you with naming this Kanyeihamba Road.
Mm.
But those who don't like my integrity and the truth and the justice,
They scrubbed.
come out every night. Twice. We
Twice,
have
okay.
scrubbed it. So it
Truth
is going
hurts.
to stay there. Like that, crushed. But people need to remember it was Professor Dr. Kanyeihamba.
Yeah.
But those who are enemies of truth, justice, and God, integrity, don't want it there.
Or perhaps what I've not asked you, Prof, is where, in case there is any other Ugandan who would love to have or to get these
Their
copies.
all copies are in Adstock,
Listock, yeah.
Adstock,
Yeah.
in the Uganda bookshop,
Yeah.
and in the Mukono bookshop.
Mukono Bookshop. So you
And
can.
if they don't have it, there is a number in
Yeah.
this book, you call it.
Yeah, I found
and-
a number here. I found a number. I think it's here in. Yes.
And you can inform that he lives in Machinde,
Mm.
next door to Buziga Country
Buziga
Resort.
Country Resort.
And
yes.
the owner of, you see those trees?
Mm.
They are in the road.
Yes.
Look there, behind
Yes.
you.
Mm.
And they ordered him to cut them because they're in the road, they can kill people. He has refused.
So there is a number here. Of course, I'll share the details with you in case you love to share a copy or grab a copy on one of these, because he has authored many.
Betty,
So you can, of course, find
Betty.
yourself or grab yourself one. Yeah.
Betty.
Uganda y'enkya.